Hey, before you yell at those pesky kids at the skateboarding park, realize that you might be yelling at the world's next Olympic hopefuls. What am I talking about? Well, I've got that link and more because I'm Victor Medina, and this is 5 Fact Friday. Hey everybody, welcome back to 5 Fact Friday. I'm your host, Victor Medina. This is the only video newsletter hosted by the Medina Retirement Planning Channel where we help you know it so that you don't blow it. And we have a specially themed Father's Day edition of 5 Fact Friday for you. We've got a number of links for you to follow through this video, but one of the things that I want to start with is by wishing everybody out there who is a father a happy Father's Day. I am a proud father. One of my happiest achievements is that I have 3 wonderful boys, and they are the light of my life, and so much so that I'm going to be making a special cocktail drink that I'm going to talk to you about in one of the next links that is coming over just in celebration. But if you are a dad, happy Father's Day to you, and thanks for all the work that you do. So let's get started with the links for this week. The very first link is what I'm reading, and it's actually the link that I hinted at the very top of this video, which is that we've got a pair of the youngest Olympian hopefuls going into the 2021, I guess, Tokyo Olympics. I think it was actually the 2020 that they got postponed a year, and there are 2 12-year-olds that are going to be competing on each of Great Britain and Japan's behalf. Can you guess what sport they're into? Yeah, it's skateboarding, all right. And hey, girl power, because there are 2 girls that are part of the Olympic skateboarding hopefuls in the park part of what's in there, meaning that's all of the stuff that goes up and down in the bowls and the crazy stuff that you and I would never do because we'd be in traction for at least a week. They are going to go and compete, and they're going to be the youngest Olympians, at least to the Japanese competitors, going to be the youngest Japanese Olympian, and the one from Great Britain just missed it as a year. If they would have had the one last year, then they would have been the youngest Great Britain British hopeful out there, but they just missed it. But they're incredible. They're 12 years old. I wasn't doing anything like that when I was 12 years old. I certainly wasn't ready for the Olympics of anything. All right, the next link is what I'm watching, and it is the cocktail that I referred to. It is a hilarious video. It is a video by Ryan Reynolds. Now, he is promoting something that he is a spokesperson for called the Aviation Gin, and he's making a special cocktail called, and a little ashamed to say it, the vasectomy. Yeah, and so it's a whole send-up about how great kids are, with a little bit of tongue-in-cheek and the usual Ryan Reynolds humor. If you haven't caught him before, he's the star of Deadpool. It's a funny 4-minute video, and I can tell you, it's not a bad cocktail. So if you'd like to give it a try, it'd be very refreshing for this Father's Day Sunday. The next link is what's new in tech, and we've got another company teaming up with Uber to deliver more greatness to you. That's right, Walgreens and Uber have created a pact where you can now get your most prized Walgreens possessions delivered to you using the Uber Eats Uber Delivers programming. So all you have to do is download the app for that. But if you have a special hankering for a Whitman sampler, or you just need some contact lens solution, Uber and Walgreens have got you covered. Now, thankfully, I'm a little bit lucky because my office is just right across the street from the Walgreens, but I guess if I was really hard up, I could just have them go across the street, get the stuff, and bring it back like in a torrential downpour or something like that. But in any event, if you're far away from anything that might deliver something from you, like from a Walgreens or a CVS, you can download the app and give it a go. I'm sure there's going to be some form of a surcharge, but hey, technology doesn't come free. The next link is what's new in legal. And by the way, you don't have to necessarily follow this link, but I did want to make you aware of a pending law and ask for your help if you're so politically inclined to contact your local legislature, and that's this. Governor Murphy has ended the public health emergency that was Order 103 that was issued, and by extension is ending the remote notarization law that was put in place. That's right, the legislature had gone ahead and passed a certain law that said that as long as 103 was in place, we could conduct remote notary signings, which has helped us a lot, putting our estate plans in place for our clients. But because there has been the ending of the public health emergency, that means about 30 days afterwards, or what is July 4th, Happy Independence Day, we're going to end the remote notarization law as it stands. But the good news is that there is a pending law on the books that is making its way through. So if you want to support the idea that we should continue remote notarization as a service that's available to all New Jersey residents, then you can go and call your local legislator in support of that particular bill. We've got the link with the bill number on there, and we encourage you to go ahead and do that. It's really helped a lot of our clients keep our momentum going, like we were creating plans and signing documents during the pandemic, and it's been almost like a way of life that we conduct remote Zoom meetings and things like that. Now we're still open for business if people want to come in. We're now open, we're vaccinated here, so we are doing signings here on site, but it is a great benefit, especially for people that are from far-flung places where we need to conduct their signing and notarize and everything else, and it would be a great addition if we were able to do that. Finally, the last link is what's new in retirement, and it is a new piece of research into Alzheimer's about ways that you can combat the development of the toxins that are associated with Alzheimer's. Now, there's a number of things that they talk about there that have already been proven to help, like if you eat a Mediterranean diet, which I have to tell you, I'm guilty of not doing. I really do enjoy my red meat, but the point is that maybe if I get a little older, I'll do that. And it'll give you, they give you some suggestions about taking long walks and whatnot, but there is a new piece of research that will help you limit the number of toxins that are developed that have been associated with Alzheimer's, and that is deep, deep sleep. And so the article talks about what qualifies as deep sleep, and I will tell you that for me, myself, I don't think that I get a single night of deep sleep. I actually wear one of these sleep trackers. It's in the form of a ring called the Oura Ring. And I'm woken up every single day to disappointment when I sync the ring to my phone. It tells me what a terrible night's sleep. It just confirms what I knew, which is that I didn't get great sleep. It turns out that I go to sleep very quickly, but I don't stay asleep very long, and I definitely don't get into deep sleep. So I've tried everything. Meditation, I've talked about, reading beforehand. I've tried bourbon. None of this stuff is helping, but I need to get there because I would really like some better rest. In any event, let's recap the links for this week. The first link, what I'm reading, is the Paralympic hopefuls in skateboarding, specifically the park element of the skateboarding trials for Tokyo 2021. What is new, what I'm watching, by the way, is the Ryan Reynolds cocktail. I won't name it again for you. Maybe I will avoid getting YouTube to yell at me for it. What's new in tech is Uber and Walgreens linking up together. What's new in legal is the new remote notarization law that's hopefully going to be passed. We continue to provide great service for remote notary services for our signing of documents. And finally, what's new in retirement, research into Alzheimer's specifically, stay away from red meat, and get deep sleep. Those are the links for this week. And one more time, a happy Father's Day to all the dads that are out there. Every one of your children is better for the fact that you are a wonderful father. I want to thank you for the work that you do, and I want to thank my 3 boys for making me a dad and keeping me proud all the time. Those are the links for this week. We'll catch you in a couple of weeks where we'll be celebrating Independence Day. Catch you soon. Bye-bye.